Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bahashim Akakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Aqua that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000 and 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel, and the brother Yahshua. Shalom and salutations to you all. All right, so I heard this guy, the Wolfman Jack, right here. Where'd he go? Salakia. Old Paul, right? Paul, the apostle to the Gentiles. He was ranting about the situation in North Carolina and how, a lot of people, lost everything. And he said something very interesting. It caught my ear. He went into the generations of people that lived up there. And they lived there. His father and this grandfather. Well, what it was is it goes right. We all have heard, that it was a sundown town attack, right? Well, this confirms it. Paul is confirming it through the Spirit, and he don't even know it. So I'm gonna let him. First, let's get Exodus. Let's read this real quick. And I'm going to read it in the NIV. Exodus 20:5. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, am a jealous power, punishing, here's the point, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me. Okay, now if you understand what this said, okay, the sin of the parents, right? The children of those parents is that parent to the third and fourth generation. After the third and fourth generation, you're born again. So that was you who committed those crimes to make, all right, and the reincarnation. The reincarnation is in the Bible, and this is what it's saying. Okay, whether you understand that or not, it's a spiritual thing, first of all. But, see, third or fourth generation, remember that phrase. Okay? We could even, this is reincarnation, John 9:2. And his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And then the answer to the question was, nobody sinned. Okay? Let's get that real quick. 9:2, 9:3. Neither this man nor his parents sinned, said Yahushua, but this happened so that the works of the Most High might be displayed in him. So, you get to see these, understand miracles or an example of the power of the Most High, basically, that he's in control of it. So there are exceptions. That was one. Anyway, let's get back to Paul. And Paul is going to explain the generation. He's going to say 3 or 4 generations they've been living up there. So whoever did that wickedness started that sundown town. It passed down through the generations until it got back to the one who started it. That's what he's going to say, whether you understand that or not. So I'm probably, if I'm not I'm breaking it down. It's just, you might just not understand it because you're being blocked anyway.
You look down and it's 100 or 150 feet drop to the bottom of the.
Okay, so this is Paul, Off-Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. 15 hours ago, breaking news. What will happen next? Interview with Jennifer Heath. So he's talking about Hurricane Helene and how it destroyed generational homes, right? And what you understand in the spirit, that's judgment. That's the Most High judging those original demons that set up those sundown towns and taking back the things that they did, like submerging whole Judite towns and Gadite towns and the things that they did. Now it's happening to them. So it's we're in the time of great judgment. That's what's going on.
Where before that was land and there was houses on that land, all of those houses and that dirt is gone. It's been washed away by a massive wall of water. Some guy said he went in there, it was 20 to 30 foot wall of water come rushing through those mountain passes and obliterating anything in their path. 20 to 30 foot wall of water. A humongous amount of water coming down those mountains, collecting in rivers and streams, collecting and then pushing everything off its foundation. Cars, houses, buildings, 18-wheelers. And Lake Lure right now looks like a garbage dump. When it was a very pristine lake, people used to go fishing and boating and swimming.
See, Esau carved him out a piece of paradise. He was in his paradise. Killed all the Gadites, took the land. Now we own the riverbank, and we've been up here for yay. We took this shit fair and square, right?
Now it's filled to the brim with debris from probably thousands of houses. They're just shredded, folks. Like you took something and put him in a grinder and you spit it out on top of the water. So we will never know the true extent of what happened, and a lot of these bodies will never be recovered. And you're talking about generations. You're talking about generations of one family being wiped out, because a lot of these families, they don't move, folks. The grandparents are there, the great-grandparents, the sons and daughters, the grandchildren.
He just went into 3 generations. Okay? Now, this came out, brother's been making videos about, the sundown towns. This is what we're seeing. It was the judgment of them devils and that devilish shit that they did to obtain that land and hold on to it for generations. So when you understand, he said, it's the grandfathers, that's who it was. Because when you come back in the 3rd or 4th generation, it was you that did that.
Humongous amount of water coming down those mountains, collecting in rivers and streams, collecting and then pushing everything off its foundation. Cars, houses, buildings, 18-wheelers. And Lake Lure right now looks like a garbage dump. When it was a very pristine lake, people used to go fishing and boating and swimming, and now it's filled to the brim with debris.
It's over.
From probably thousands of houses. They're just shredded, folks. Like you took something and put him in a grinder and you spit it out on top of the water.
Now, to understand that, that's the Most High destroying your little paradise that you killed and stole the land. Okay, you coveted that field and you did what you had to do to get it, and now it's time to pay the piper. Okay.
So we will never know the true extent of what happened, and a lot of these bodies will
see. And what's going on? We will never know the true extent of what was hidden. These whole towns underwater, what they did to the people that were there. How did they put them to death? You know how the devil gets down. So all things are being shown, right? We're through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We know what's going on. We understand, retribution and payback, all right? Judgment.
Be recovered. And you're talking about generations. You're talking about generations of one family being wiped out, because a lot of these families, they don't move, folks. The grandparents are there, the great-grandparents, the sons and daughters, the grandchildren, they all live in the same communities. And in some cases, 3 or 4 generations have been wiped out.
3 or 4 generations. Let's go back. Now, see, that came out of his mouth. When he said that, I'm like, oh, that's the spirit. Let's go back here. Salaki, bear with me. Right here. punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me. You know, Esau hates the Most High. All right. Exodus 20 and 5. Let's look at the G and T real quick and see if it fleshes it out. Do not bow down to any idol or worship it, because I am the Lord your power, and I tolerate no rivals. I bring punishment to those who hate me and on their descendants down to the third and fourth generation, because you are that person. Right? 3 to 4 generations down the line, you are reborn into your family line. Right? In the region. Here's what reincarnation is in the Bible. Okay. Matthew 19 and 28 in the NIV. Yahushua said to them, truly I tell you, at the renewal of all things, that's the reincarnation, when the Son of Man sits on his glorious throne, you who have followed me will also sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's talking to them at that time, saying that what's going to happen in the future when they're reborn. Okay, if you have ears to hear or eyes to see. Okay, so, and the word is regeneration, right? Here it is, reincarnation. Regene, right? Generate. Regenerate. Okay. Matthew 19, 28 in the King James. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Any more, Paul?
They're gone. So who's going to report them missing? Because all of the relatives died. There's no relative alive that can report these guys missing. So we will never know.
Got him. That same devil that set up that sundown town and killed all the Gadites and took the best spot right here by the river and the fish and all of that shit. We used to have it, and we had it we had it on lock. It's over. All right. Let me get one on the way out. We're gonna get 1 Peter. All right. 4. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right. So with that, we hope that the elect are edified. I heard him say that, so I'm like, let me dig that out. So with that, we hope the elect are edified. You brothers and sisters, shalom.